know or have a loved one with addiction? Today, I'm going to show you how to help a loved one quit addiction. My name is Rebecca Sarr. Welcome to the space to empower and charge your mindset to unapologetically live your best authentic life. Today's topic, quitting addiction is possible. I'm going to share with you 3 ways you can help a loved one become addiction-free. Ladies and gentlemen, addiction does not discriminate. It presents a false reality of a stress-free life to all. Recognizing this misinformation is the beginning to true freedom. Also, it prevents unnecessary financial burden or enslavement to the substance or alcohol. So number 1, recognize the rule builders of addiction. You see, the deceptive enemies that hold a person enslaved. Some of the enemies posing as allies is rationalization. The stories we tell ourselves that don't serve us, such as, well, I have a full-time job, so I'm not really addicted, or if I want, I can quit in 21 days, or false claims such as it's going to help with my depression or anxiety, or it's a way for me to socialize. I remember as a young girl, my dad shared with me that he first got introduced to alcohol as a freshman in college, and he didn't want to feel isolated. Boy, did that cause him on so many levels, even though he was very intelligent, sociable, and kind. As a result, as an adult, he was very obsessed with me, focusing on my education and my mindset. He said, Becky, whatever you do, make sure it's a result of your own decision, not because that's a popular thing to do. You know, as a young girl, I quite didn't understand what he was driving at, so I thought he was just a little extra and inflexible. But as an adult, I can kind of relate to what he was saying. Do you have a loved one that you want him to do better than you? Or when you made a mistake, you want to make sure they don't make the same mistakes? Can you relate to that? So as Jim Rohn said, every day you must stand guard at the door of your mind. And I would like to add that because every thought and action you take can either make you or break you. Number 2, seize the physical and spiritual battle. So know that any addiction controls a person in unintentional ways. It's a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. So the body, our physical body desires comfort because that's how we made safety and comfort and survival. But our soul wishes, when I say soul, your mind, your will, and your emotions, it desires adventures, discomfort, because that's where we experience the most growth and fulfillment. We want to follow our soul because we know we're alive, and it's even more enjoyable if we can live on purpose. Number 3, use your spiritual energy to quit addiction, ladies and gentlemen. The key thing is to be self-aware and be guided by your core values. You see, your core values is the benchmark by which you live your life. It's something greater than your own self-interest that pulls you. So willpower alone will not help you quit addiction. You know, like self-discipline and all of that. It has to be something greater than yourself. You know, we human beings, we often tend to do more for others than ourselves. For instance, if you're smoking and you know that you're going to get lung cancer, you may not be moved to quit addiction. But when you know that because of the decision that you made, secondhand smoking, at least 25% of people that have lung cancer is as a result of smoking. When you know you are responsible for causing all that pain, and because you are guided by love and do no harm benevolence, most people will stop there just because of that. Or if you know you are driven by your ego, let me prove them wrong. Some people will go about it. So it depends on the person, but either way, you want to let your core values, your big reason why you do something greater than your own self-interest, because in the final analysis, we want to do more for the greater good and leave the world a better place. So in conclusion, I would like to say we have to work collaboratively to cease addiction. You can't say just the parents should know better to train their kids to know better to not be addicted. It is a collaborative force. Society has a moral obligation because society has a huge impact. The environment we create, it must be focused on quality versus not how much money, because sometimes legislators tend to focus on how much money now, but it's going to cost more money to repair addicts, for rehab and all of those things.